Hey dude, 916 here, and today, since it's St. Patrick's Day, I thought I'd go ahead and show you all of my green pocket knives. So I've got them here in this toolbox, and we're going to go through them one by one and let you see all of my green pocket knives. Just go through here. First, this is a Case-made Crandall Peanut. So this was a special edition that Case was doing, and so it says Crandall, but it is made by Case, and it's in this green bone. Next, we have a Victorinox Classic SD in green with a shamrock on it. Next, we have this OD Green Double Safe Hunter by Cold Steel. I use this knife a lot, and I really like this knife. I carry it with me a good bit. Next, we have this Case Mini Trapper with this really nice green synthetic handle. Over here, we have another Victorinox Classic. Then we have this Mansfield by Gerber with this really nice green micarta handle. It's got this really unique blade on it. Really like this knife. It's very cool. And also what's interesting is this is actually a slip joint. It's not a lock. Okay. Now this knife, as you can see, is not green, but the reason I bring it out is, as you can see on the tang, this is an Imperial made in Ireland. So I just couldn't help but bring it out. That's kind of just a red herring. But anyway, there it is. Next, we have this Craftsman razor knife that I have really been enjoying. And as you can see, it's a very bright green. Over here, we have a Case Canoe with a green jigged handle. It's a really nice knife. And then over here, we have one of those little, I think they're made by Frost, just little knives. It's actually a lock back. You get in a jar, and I made a little snake to put on there. Okay, so that is the top of our toolbox. Now we're going to get into the drawer. Okay, so first in this box, we have a green plastic handled razor knife. Next, in this knife slip that I made, we have a Boker. This is a really nice Boker. I love this natural bone handle that's been dyed green. It's just beautiful. Tree brand. It's been in that slip a little while. I need to clean it up a little bit, but very nice knife. I used to carry this a good bit. I love this knife. Okay, next we have this CRKT Bowie knife. I forget the series of this. My brother gave this to me. He went to the beach and actually found this on the beach. So that's a testament to how good these knives are, that it could sit on the beach and only be this rusty. I got to clean it up, just haven't got around to doing it. But it is a green handled knife, as you can see. So next, in this knife slip, let me go ahead and take it out. I have my one and only butterfly knife. Now this cool knife right here is made by Bear & Sons. This is a USA made butterfly knife. I always wanted one, and for the value, I think you can't go wrong with a butterfly knife made by Bear & Sons. Okay, so next, we're going to say camo is green because it has a lot of green in it. This is my Ozark Trail with the bottle opener. This is the knife that went through the whole night of digging in the mud for a couple hours, and still is around to say that it's still here, still decently sharp. So that's my knife. These Ozark Trail knives, of course, they're not as cheap as they used to be, but I think I paid like $5 for it. And I mean, for $5, it's hard to beat that. So that's there. Next, I have this green Joker knife. I bought this a long time ago off eBay. Don't have a clip on it anymore. I think I bent the clip. Cheap knife, but a lot of fun. They are spring assisted, and I really like this knife. Next, I have another camo knife. This is a Gerber. I do not know what the model of this knife is. Pretty nice little knife, really. So there's that. And then we have my OTF made by Lightning. These are wonderful OTFs. For the money, it's hard to beat. And I love this color green on it. Just looks really good. It's a really nice knife. I really like this knife. So then in the boxes, let's go ahead and get this one out. I got this a long time ago. This is made by Rough Rider. This is their Stroke of Luck series. I don't believe they make these anymore. But this is a wonderful knife made by Rough Rider. You can see it has a Stroke of Luck on the blade there, frosted on the blade, but on just one side. It has these really nice brass bolsters with this nice handle. and it's got the horseshoe. Just a great knife, a really big knife. I love big toothpicks. I love them. So I don't think they make that anymore, but I love that knife. That's just one of my favorites. So that's appropriate for St. Patrick's Day. And then I went ahead and got this out of the box. This is a Case Trapper. That is a special Case logo, and this was the Bluegrass Bone series. And this is one of the first green cases I ever owned. It's one of the nicest knives. Just one of my favorites. It's just such a wonderful knife, and just a great knife. It's a trapper, full-size trapper made by Case, and I love that unique shield. Just a very unique knife. So that's the first drawer. Now let's go to the second drawer. The bigger drawer. Let's see what we have in here. So first we're going to take these boxes out, get to the stuff, then we'll look at the boxes. So first, this is a Victorinox soldier's knife. This is one of the first nice knives I ever spent, what I thought was big money on it. And you can see it is green. This is what the Swiss Army issues its soldiers. Wonderful knife, has so many tools in it. Just a great knife. Okay, so next we have this. This is a knockoff of the Swiss-made knife for the German Army. Victorinox used to make these for the German Army, and I got this knife for almost nothing. It's a really cool knife. I used to carry it a good bit. I had to actually fix it myself, had to do some stuff on it. I have some videos on that. It's a very cool knife. I really like it. So since I've already showed you this one, let's go ahead and get in this knife. I picked this knife up just the other day. You can see the name of it, West German Army knife. I believe these knives are made in China. And this knife, it just comes in a little plastic knife slip there. And you can see that it is a lot like that knife. It's just a little bit nicer Chinese version of that knife. Both of them made in China, but this one's a little nicer. Okay, so let's get back in the drawer. We have a full-size Case Trapper with the same handle color as the mini Trapper earlier. Bought them at the same time. Both of them were made in 23, I believe. Then over here, this knife is really more yellow than green, but it still has some green in there. This is a Congress made by Steel Warrior, and pretty neat knife. And the reason I brought it mainly was because this is like the cousin to it, and you see this is actually a green knife. Green and yellow, more than that one. But anyway, this is a copperhead knife made by Steel Warrior. Steel Warrior, I don't know if you can buy them anymore, but they actually made some pretty nice knives. Not as good as Rough Rider, but they're pretty nice. Okay, so here is a Mossy Oak pocket knife a buddy gave me. It's camo, but like I say, it's got a lot of green in it, so we'll count that. Over here, we have this cleaver that I got a couple years ago from my brother. This is made by Gerber. I can't remember the name of this knife, but it's a very cool knife. It's a big knife. It's pretty heavy, and it is a frame lock, which you don't see as much anymore, so it's pretty cool. See, it's green on one side. Then here's a very interesting knife. This is a knife branded by Miracle-Gro. I have no idea who made it, and it has a press lock, so these buttons are actually locks. It's made, it feels cheap, honestly, but it's actually a pretty good pocket knife. So as you can guess, it would probably be used for gardening. I have used it for gardening a time or two, and you can see it has a hawk bill there. So it's a pretty utilitarian knife. I like it. It's interesting. I've never seen one like it. I think I paid almost nothing for it, but it's pretty cool. So then over here in this box, another Rough Rider, this little toothpick. And that's made by Rough Rider. Pretty nice little toothpick like that. And then the last pocket knife is in this box right here by Boker. And this is a Boker Trapper. It depends on what you want to say, because sometimes different brands have different things. You could even call this a slimline trapper. Double-bladed trapper. I'm not sure. But either way, it is a trapper. It's Boker. Got the Tree brand there. Pretty nice knife. I like it. And I've just got a few more knives. This is the knife I was carrying today. This is a Buck 112 Slim. You see it has a OD green handle on there. Looks really nice. And also I was carrying this Sawbone Trapper made by Case. I really like this knife. This knife was made in 2020, so it has this clover Shield. I think that's the only year they ever did that. But yeah, you can see it has this saw cut bone. I think they call it saw cut jade bone. Very nice knife. Really like that. The next knife I have, this is like a safety green. This is a large toothpick made by Rough Rider, and this is their glow in the dark series. So this handle you've seen on my channel. If you haven't, check it out. This actually glows in the dark, which is super cool. And that's a really nice toothpick. Of course, I love the large toothpicks. And I've just got a couple more knives in boxes. So this is a case. It is actually a Sod Buster Jr. And you can see there on the handle, it says Kentucky Bicentennial. My dad bought this for me at a flea market. And that's a pretty nice knife right there. That's not what we paid for it, but I just left that sticker on there. But it's a pretty nice knife right there. And then up here, we have, most of y'all probably know these Kalashnikov boxes. I have my first Boker Kalashnikov. This is the one, it's a Blade HQ exclusive. It's got the tiger face on there. Very World War II reminiscent. Carried this knife some. Got the red clip there. That's a sweet looking knife. I really like that knife. Got the Army star there. Okay, and the last knife is up here in this box. I'm going to try to move this stuff out just a little bit because this is going to need some room. As you can tell, it's kind of big. But this is a Blade HQ exclusive Desert Warrior XL, Kalashnikov XL with the Bowie blade. So that's the last green knife I have. And that's a great knife to end on. It's a wonderful pocket knife. And yep, we're going to end on that one. So as far as I know, that's all of my green pocket knives. I may have missed one here or there, but that's basically it. And don't forget to show us your green pocket knives.